What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? It's April, and the weather is super sweet. And it's just after the Easter long weekend, but I didn't take the weekend off. I was still training, but I did get the Monday off to put my feet up and relax. So that was nice. Fairly nice day out today, as you can see. Little Ollie's in his spring jacket, and I'm in my spring jacket. So hey, the sun is shining. I'm loving life. Yeah. There's a pandemic raging around us. Things aren't good. Still facilitating dog training, that's for sure. I mean, right now the current restrictions say that you can't have somebody else in your home, so I just can't enter a client's home. But luckily, the weather is consistently nice enough now that I can do all of my training outside, including consultations. What else can I do, right? We're all trying to make the best of this situation, so at least at this point, there's no stay-at-home order, and should be business fairly as usual. Today I want to talk about something that has come up from a bunch of clients in the last year. I've had a number of people talk to me about this issue. And I have never called out a dog trainer specifically, and I never will. That's just asking for a problem, you know what I mean? But I will call out what dog trainers do without identifying them. I think that's fine. I'm not actually saying, hey, this is you and you're a problem. I'm just saying what this person is doing is a bit weird. So first thing I want to talk about is I've had about six or seven people that have reached out to me and asked if I bring my dogs to lessons because they have spoken to a specific trainer that does not bring their dog to lessons. Does this trainer even have a dog? I guess that's a good question. The reason this trainer gave was their dog is not appropriate. They actually said their dog is not a party kind of dog, meaning their dog doesn't like to be around other dogs. If you can't even get your dog in a spot where it can be around other dogs, like you can't even get it to a mental state where it can be around other dogs, what the hell are you doing training other people's dogs? Like how, and these were people that had leash reactivity issues, and this trainer said, I can't bring my dog to work with your dogs because my dog's not a party kind of dog. If you can't even control your own dog around other dogs, how are you going to show other people how to control their dog? Like, it's nonsense. Come on, pal. It just doesn't make any sense. Look, you guys, if you've been watching my channel, you know Penny's not friendly, right? Penny got a muzzle on around other dogs. But I can bring her around other dogs. I could walk an aggressive dog 2 feet away from her, and if she's in a stay command, she won't move. She won't bother that dog. So I don't bring Penny out for off-leash lessons, and Penny doesn't engage with clients' dogs because she isn't that kind of dog. But I can use her at lessons. I can bring her out. So I mean, I'm not saying some of us trainers have adopted a very difficult dog, and we've taken a dog out of a difficult situation because we can handle them. And Penny's not going to be a friendly dog that wants to interact with other dogs, but I could sure use her in lessons. That is not even a problem. I've even used her in off-leash lessons before. So, a little weird. And this specific trainer brought a stuffed dog. I am not kidding you. Let that sink in for a second. For leash reactivity issues, they brought a stuffed dog to the lesson to use. And then the dog didn't react to the stuffed dog. Imagine that. A dog can figure out that it's a stuffed animal and not a real dog. And this trainer said, I don't see any issues here. Your dog is fine. Oh my God, doesn't even make any sense. Am I right? Let's talk about the second situation. All right, I had to make a little edit there because there was a lady across the street with her dog, and she was looking at me funny because I'm walking around with this camera 4 feet out in front of my body. And I thought she's going to say something weird, so I just stopped the video for a second. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm a YouTube junkie, so not only do I make YouTube videos, but I love watching YouTube. Like, I don't even watch anything else. I hardly watch Netflix. I don't have cable TV. I just watch YouTube. It's my favorite. And I love when other YouTubers talk about how people look at them super weird when they're doing their videos and they've got the camera out. So at least I'm not alone in feeling like self-conscious and weird about walking around with a camera out in front of me. It is a weird thing to do. The other situation I've heard of and again, this was a specific trainer, where several people had called me after using this trainer, and they called about aggressive dogs, and this trainer showed up, first appointment, not only like showed up with a dog, but literally showed up on their doorstep with their dogs. Like you don't even know the situation yet, man. You don't even know what's going on. Like, who knows what's going to happen when you open that door? Maybe they don't have good control of their dog. Maybe the dog lunges out and causes a fight with your dogs. Like, oh man. Like, when I come to our first lesson, my dogs may be with me, but they're in the van, they're chilling out. Because the first lesson, whether it's obedience or behavior work, like, we got to talk first. We got to discuss what's going on. I want to meet you. I have to assess your dog and your dog's temperament, your handling skills, what kind of training tools you're using. Like, there's so much to go over before we actually need a dog in a lesson. So if a trainer shows up first lesson and he's got his dogs right there with him, I would say that trainer doesn't know what's going on. Like, that's worrisome to me. Like, that's fine if you have your dogs, but you don't show up at the front door with your dogs right beside you, because you don't know what you're getting into. And like, your dogs don't need to be there, you know? Like, maybe you're going to use them later in the lesson, but like, to just sort of walk up to the door, ring the doorbell, and then client with an aggressive dog opens the door and there's a dog, like, come on, man. So if a trainer won't use their dog in lessons, or they show up right on your doorstep with a dog, I would question whether they know what they're doing, because I feel like they don't. They may know what they're doing with dogs, but I don't feel like they know what they're doing in their business, and I don't feel like they're being smart and safe about things. So that's my 2 cents for today. And you know, when I'm out with Ollie in the mornings and just him, that means I'm going for a run today. So I'm going to bring the camera out and get a little clip of my run with Chickpea and Penny today, because I haven't actually used this camera for the run, and I want to see just like how buttery smooth the stabilization is on this. It's actually, the stabilization's hopefully better than it is to say. All right, guys. So I'm going to get the camera out for that, and you can come along and see a little bit of the run today. But that's all I had to discuss about dog trainers and some red flags that get raised when I hear about certain things that other dog trainers are doing. Look, I'm not saying my method is the only way to go, but I am saying that I'm very careful about how I run my business. I'm very careful about when I meet with clients and getting a vibe of the situation before I start adding dogs into it. That's all. All right, guys. We'll see you a little later. Free dog, recess. Alrighty, it's already been a full day, and it's it's only the start of the afternoon. And I'm out at the park here. I'm going to meet my client in a few minutes for their final off-leash lesson, and Chickpea's taking a poo over there. So I got to go pick that up. And that's all I had to say today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, maybe gave you a little bit of guidance into some red flags to watch out for with trainers. But that's all I gotta say. So, and you know what, like, it is just after the Easter weekend, so mid-April, and I have already, Chickpea, good girl, I have already booked out, just today, I finished booking out June. I can't even believe this. I'm now booking into July. And it doesn't show any signs of stopping anytime soon. It has to stop. Like, it has to stop. It has to get to a point where everybody that wants a dog has now got a dog. It's got to get to a point where vaccines and different things take over and the pandemic slows down and people start going back to work. My bigger fear is that a year from now, when things start to normalize, then you're going to start to see shelters filling up, rescues filling up with people that had to go back to work, or people that got a dog and then realized it's just too much damn work to have a dog. It's a lot of work. Like, our dogs are wonderfully trained, and it's still a lot of work. I had to walk Ollie today. I took the dogs out for a walk. I'm going to take them for another walk today in between my appointments. It's a lot of work. Vet appointments, exercising your dog, playing with your dog, bonding with your dog, training your dog. Like, it's a lot of work. It's a big commitment. And I think a lot of people love the idea of a dog, and then they get into how much work it's going to be, and they realize maybe not. Let's hope I'm wrong, and let's hope that everybody keeps the dog they have now, but hey, you never know. So until the next video, take care, have some fun with your dogs, and I'll see you soon. Hi, little baby Pete. How you doing? Hi, pal.